So, okay. I used to blow through my Claude sessions way too fast. Like, it's barely afternoon and I'm already locked out, done for the day. But then I changed one small thing about when I start my sessions, and not gonna lie, it basically doubled what I get out of them. No upgrade, no tricks, just timing. Just real quick, I'm Daniel. Over 8 years in iOS, started freelancing, bouncing between client gigs, and after Dub 25, I went all in solo. Since then, I've crafted over 15 of my own apps, all Swift UI, all built in public. And honestly, everything I've got right now goes into making apps that actually last, not quick MVPs or AI generated slop. And yeah, every bit of that lives on Crafters Lab. It's at crafterslab.dev, not an AI clone factory. It's my actual home base for solo devs who treat AI like a real teammate, not a vending machine. If you care about what you ship, yeah, you'd feel right at home. And if you're still on Patreon, huge thanks. But heads up, everything's moved to crafterslab.dev. Come be part of the crew. Okay, so here's where I think basically every solo dev using Claude ends up at some point. And honestly, this was me for way too long, like embarrassingly long. So your morning starts, right? You're up around 8ish. Maybe you grab breakfast, sneak in some meditation or a quick run. Then real life kicks in, emails stack up, something urgent pings you. Maybe you're getting the kids out the door. You know, the usual chaos. By the time you actually have a real block of focus time, it's like early afternoon, maybe later. So you fire up Claude, you're motivated, you're locked in, you're running Opus, and yeah, it's cooking. You start tearing through problems, deep in a refactor, iterating on some Swift UI layout, going back and forth with the model, and everything's flowing. And then, yeah, you already know that session limit message shows up, done, locked out, and it's like mid-afternoon, right when you were finally warmed up and actually shipping. And here's the thing, it's not that you use too many messages, it's not that you were being wasteful or whatever, it's that the timing worked against you. Claude runs on session windows, right? The second you send your first message, that clock starts, and once that window closes, your session's over. Doesn't matter if you were in deep flow or just checking one quick thing before lunch. The timer doesn't care about your momentum. So what happens after you get locked out? Well, by the time a fresh session comes back around, it's dinner, family stuff, errands, life. And sure, you could try to squeeze in another session late at night, but honestly, by then most of us are either too tired or, not gonna lie, halfway through something on Disney Plus, and I'm not judging, I've been there. We've all been there. So you basically get one real productive run with Claude for the entire day. One. And for a solo dev who relies on this tool for actual shipping, come on, that's rough. And I kept thinking, there has to be a way around this that doesn't involve just throwing more money at a bigger plan. Okay, so here's where it actually gets interesting. And honestly, it's so simple that when I first stumbled into it, I felt kind of dumb for not seeing it sooner. The fix isn't about using fewer messages. It's not about being more careful with your prompts or whatever. It's about when you start. So here's what I actually do now. I kick off my first Claude session early, like right after breakfast early, before I'm even thinking about writing code. And I know, that sounds like you're wasting it. But stay with me. I'll open Claude while I'm going through my Notion tasks, while I'm reviewing yesterday's notes, while I'm just getting my head straight for the day. And I'm not using it for anything heavy. I'm asking it to help me think through my task list. Maybe I'll throw a question at it about how to approach a feature I want to start later, or I'll have it sanity check a plan, review some docs, give me a second opinion on architecture, just lightweight thinking stuff. And yeah, so that morning session is running alongside all the normal chaos. Coffee, emails, a quick walk, whatever. It's not deep focus time. It's not supposed to be. You're doing the planning and organizing and brainstorming that you have to do anyway. Like, You're just doing it with Claude open instead of saving every single interaction for later. And then, and this is the part that actually changed my whole workflow. By early afternoon, when you're finally ready to sit down and build, that first session is done, gone, and you get a fresh one, a completely clean window, and now you can use every single message in that session for the real work, the building, the debugging, the feature shipping, no getting cut off mid-flow because you burned half your runway on planning earlier in the same window. So instead of one session where the first half goes to admin and the second half gets cut short right when you're warmed up, you get two real sessions, both doing what they're actually good at. Morning for thinking, afternoon for building, and you're not fighting the timer anymore. You're working with it. And yeah, what if you're on one of the max plans, there's also a weekly ceiling sitting on top of the per session stuff, right? So on the higher max tier, splitting like this every day is totally fine. You've got plenty of weekly headroom. But on the lower max tier, honestly, running two solid sessions a day all week, you might feel that weekly cap creeping in around midweek. Doesn't mean the technique breaks. It doesn't. You just pace a little differently toward the end of the week. Something to keep in the back of your head. Not gonna lie, the first time I tried this on purpose, deliberately planned my morning around it, it felt wrong. Opening Claude when I wasn't ready to code felt like I was being irresponsible or something. But then afternoon hit, I sat down, fresh session, full runway, and I just built, no wall, no lockout, no panic. And I was like, wait, why wasn't I doing this the entire time? All right, I want to shift gears for a sec because this is honestly the part that makes or breaks the whole approach. Because if you just fire up Claude in the morning and send random throwaway questions to kill time, yeah, you'll technically split your sessions, but you're not actually getting anything out of that first one. And that's not the move. So here's what I've found works. That morning session should be your setup session, your strategy session. You're not coding, you're prepping to code. And there's a real difference. I'll hop into Claude running Opus and have it walk through my current feature plan with me. Or I'll say, hey, here's what I'm trying to build this afternoon. Talk me through how you'd approach the architecture. What would you split first? Where are the tricky parts? And then I'm taking notes, adjusting my thinking, maybe reorganizing my task list based on what comes back. And you know what's kind of wild? The quality of my afternoon coding sessions went way up too, because by the time I sit down to actually build, I'm not starting from scratch. I'm not staring at a blank file trying to figure out where to begin. I've already thought through the hard parts with Claude that morning. I've already got a plan. I've already poked at the weird edge cases. So when that fresh session starts in the afternoon, it's pure execution. No wasted messages on should I do it this way or that way. That's already decided. And here's where it gets real for solo devs specifically, right? When you're the only person on the project, there's nobody else doing the thinking for you. No tech lead mapping out the architecture, no PM organizing your sprint. You're doing all of that yourself. And most of us, me included for way too long, we're cramming all of that work into the same session as the actual coding. Planning and building and debugging and context switching, all jammed into one window. And then wondering why we kept running out and hitting the wall. The split isn't just about getting more sessions out of your plan. It's about respecting what each session is actually for. Morning is thinking, afternoon is building. You stop mixing them up, and suddenly the whole day feels different. Less rushed, less chaotic, way more intentional. And the best part, you didn't change your plan, you didn't spend more money, you didn't upgrade anything. You just change when you start. So, yeah, if you're still here, honestly, you're a legend. And look, this really is just about working with the natural rhythm of your actual day instead of fighting against it. You stop saving Claude for when you're perfectly ready to code. You start earlier. You let the sessions land where they make sense. Morning for the brain work, afternoon for the build. 2 runs instead of 1. That's it. That's the whole technique. And honestly, if this clicked for you, do me a favor, drop a comment and tell me how your sessions usually go. Like, are you a one big afternoon sprint person? Do you scatter throughout the day? I'm genuinely curious because I feel like every solo dev has a completely different rhythm, and I want to hear yours. And yeah, if you know someone who keeps complaining about hitting session limits, that friend who's always like, locked out again, just send them this. Seriously, it might save their whole week. And, if you want to go deeper on how I actually set all of this up, the planning templates, the workflows, how I structure my whole solo dev day around AI tools, come check out crafterslab.dev. It's not some tutorial dump or another AI content farm. It's honestly just my home base, built for solo devs who treat AI like a real teammate and actually give a damn about what they ship. Inside, you get full walkthroughs, real video tutorials on everything from setting up your Claude.md file to reusable Claude Code skills you can fire off as /commands and get production ready Swift UI back. Every resource comes with a downloadable zip you can drop right into your project. And members actually talk to each other in the comments, ask follow-ups, go back and forth. It's a real conversation, not some one-way content feed. But the real core is the Notion team spaces, my live playbook, every app I'm building, all the .md files I actually use on real projects, the prompt library, the docs I'm writing as I go, all the automations wired up behind the scenes. You see the whole messy process, nothing polished for show. There's SwiftBrain 2, a full curated Swift and Swift UI knowledge vault focused on the stuff AI agents straight up get wrong. Deep dive keynotes and private session recordings that never hit public training data. I use this as an MCP source for Claude Code, for Cursor, all of it, and it keeps growing every single month. And then Ops Lab, where I build and share all my AI agent instructions, the Notion templates, the full Crafter OS, workflows and automations, everything wired up and ready for you to copy, break apart, and totally rebuild your own way. The whole point is keeping the indie stack connected, so building solo doesn't mean building in a silo. Keep crafting, keep splitting those sessions, and don't let a timer decide when your best work happens. Peace.